Welcome to MSN. I'm Craig Butcher, the food editor of MSN Food. We're here today to celebrate your competition entries for the Epic Sandwich challenge we set. Recently it's been National Sandwich Week here in the UK, and you've been submitting your favourite recipes, favourite sandwiches by the hundreds. We've gathered today an esteemed panel here at the Phoenix pub in central London. We've got judging today your entries: Tom Aikens, Michelin-starred chef from restaurant Tom Aikens, and also Andy Bates, star and pie maker from Street Feast's TV programme on Food Network UK. So let's get the sandwiches out. We've whittled the entries down from 300 to just 3 on the shortlist. Tom, you're more used in your kitchen to be turning out slightly different fare to this, I imagine.
Indeed, but I always love a sandwich. I mean, for me, it is the quick and easiest meal to have on the go, and I'm often on the go. And for me, the most important things about a sandwich is several things. One is what is in, the bun, the bat, the bread. It's got to be fresh. If it's not fresh, slightly toasted maybe. The filling, it's got to be balanced, it's got to work. Plus, it's got to be, filling to fill your belly as well. There's got to be enough ingredients in there.
And Andy, you well known for travelling around the UK, working your market stall. What do you look for in a sandwich?
For me, the sandwich is because it's so many variations, isn't there? For me, it's all about mood as well, because it's something that's so much choice in having. I think it depends on the mood, what you're in, and there's a amount of choices. You really got to feel how But for me, it's simplicity, fresh bread, and a nice some sort of creamy taste in the middle.
So let me start off our first entrant. We've got goat's cheese, light rinded French goat's cheese with fresh basil leaves, light English honey, some pine nuts in a toasted ciabatta bun. Gents, your initial impressions, Andy?
I'm interested to see how the honey works. Honey and cheese is, I'm a sucker for sweetness, so a bit of crunch with textured pine nuts and the basil thrown in. Yeah, I think it could be okay.
Tom?
I think it's a nice sandwich. I mean, the ingredients they use, and they all go very well together: the pine nuts, the basil, the cheese. Just for me, though, I hope it's enough filling.
Okay, let's see how we get on.
I think the taste is very nice. Cheese is lovely, but I feel in terms of the actual balance between bread and filling, I think the bread outweighs the filling.
Andy, your thoughts?
I agree with Tom. I also think as well the goat's cheese kind of gets starts to get a bit sticky in your mouth, starts to get thrown around, maybe like a lighter, creamier cheese.
Okay.
But personal thing, all the flavours do work well together.
Next up in the sliced malted seeded bread, we have British ham, mixed yellow and red peppers, some Cropwell Bishop Stilton, and fine leaf salad. Andy, what are your initial thoughts on this one?
I'd like to think of myself as a bit of a connoisseur of ham and cheese. For me, it's just a nice ham with just a creamy, mild cheese. So I'm looking forward to see how the Stilton's going to work, whether it's going to be too big. And I've noticed there's also salad in here as well, so I'm a bit
novel.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I love a ham and cheese sandwich. The one thing that for me sort of screams out of it is two stronger ingredients or two stronger components, and Stilton is quite a strong taste. I think sometimes that can be overpowering, so I'm interested to see how that balance works. Also, I'm not really a big fan of red peppers in sandwiches either.
Really?
No.
Well, is it the rawness or just the combination?
It's just the combination, and do red peppers sit well in a sandwich, when you've compressed it? I don't think it really fits into a sandwich for me.
Okay, all right, well let's get stuck in and see how we get on. Oh, that was interesting. I thought the red pepper's quite fresh and quite bright. I really enjoyed that flavourful burst of vegetable there. Tom, still not a fan?
No, I just found it all a little bit too dry. I mean, Stilton is quite a dry cheese because it's generally aged, and ham can also be fairly dry depending on if it's cured or if it's been roasted. And the filling, with the lettuce and the peppers, I just don't think really gives anything to it. I mean, I'm not really partial to having sort of very crisp, crunchy things in a sandwich either, because the sandwich is all quite soft. So I'm really not all that fond of it, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's a shame. Andy?
I'm going to upset some people here. I really didn't like that at all. Like Tom said earlier, I'm not a fan of any peppers unless they're cooked. Even in plain salads, even in there, all I could taste was pepper. Pepper and dryness. I could see it working if it was one cooked. You know, once again, if that was maybe grilled, if all the flavours were cooked, but together, I didn't get anything apart from a little bit of Stilton and red pepper.
And finally, we have what the competition entrants called the Beast, and it certainly seems that. It's a full English breakfast in a whole ciabatta roll. There's 4 bacon rashers, 4 sausages, fresh mushrooms, and 2 fried eggs, along with a dash of salt and pepper. What are your thoughts, guys?
Well, it looks a complete sandwich to me. I mean, I love English breakfast, and to have that in a sandwich is my ideal of heaven.
You're pretty enthused about what you've got in front of you, are you?
I am indeed, yeah.
Andy, how are you feeling?
I know how this is going to taste. Do you know what I mean? I'm sort of reassured already. You know, if everything looks good, you see there's a runny egg in there, a little bit of that caramelisation going on in the sausage.
And you'd be throwing ketchup in there, brown sauce, neither?
Both on the side, I think, for me.
Okay, let's get stuck in.
Perfect. Yum.
Yeah? Yum,
Yeah.
in a word?
Yum.
That hit the spot?
It does. I mean, the richness of the egg, and the caramelised bacon, the caramelised sausage. It's got sweet, it's savoury, and for me, you know, it's a sandwich that has a proper filling. It's going to fill you up. It's going to get rid of that empty stomach, which is what you want.
Andy, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm down with the Beast. It's filling, it's big, it's British, it's... You know what you're eating, don't you?
So it's come down to this, the final 3. Thanks very much to everyone for your competition entries. There's been some fantastic pictures you've been sending through to us on our Facebook and Twitter pages. But this is it. We're going to share the result with you. The winner will win a Cuisinart toasty machine and bread maker, 2 fantastic prizes to one very worthy winner. Tom, do you have an outright winner, or has it been a close call for you?
I definitely have an outright winner, and for me, it has to be this boy, the Beast. Hits all the notes, perfect sandwich, it's filled me up, and it's delicious.
Fantastic. Andy?
I'm with Tom on this. It's, you know what you're eating. It's reassuring. It's British. You've grown up with it. You know it just hits the spot.
I have to say I completely agree with you. The egg yolk, it's brought it all together. The quality meat inside, and I think it's a perfect example of a great British sandwich.